Some of y'all may have heard by now that President Biden approved $700 per household to victims of the fires in Hawaii. Now, I always tell you, you got to remember, how bad did the government fight over $600 to United States citizens during the pandemic, but yet we can send billions and billions of dollars to Ukraine. This is also kind of a catch-22 situation. You have a lot of people that don't want the government's help, right? The government's here to help. That's the worst thing you want to hear from the government, is we're here to help. You know, $700 slap in the face. A lot of people will take it, though. Some people are saying they need to send it back. We're also hearing that the Hawaii is planning on not allowing outside people to buy the property until things calm down, and if that does happen, that Hawaii, the state itself, will take over the land. Is this going to be a land grab? Is that what's going to happen here? I don't know. I really don't know. But the $700, you got to remember, how much did they give us during the pandemic, right? Not very much. And they fought over it for months and months and months. But Ukraine, they need some money. They'll send billions and billions over there to them. You know, it's an open water tap to Ukraine. Just however much they need, just keep sending it, right? Like I said, it's a catch on that $700 or any money the government sends to people over in Hawaii. You know, a lot of people don't want the government's help, but situations like that, you know, you might have to take the help. $700 is a slap in the face. I mean, I don't understand what $700 would do for them people that lost everything, right? It's ridiculous. I figured before long, who remembers back like when hurricanes and things like that would happen, we would start seeing on TV fundraisers, right? You know, I don't remember the name of the group that would do it, but you would see text this number, call this number to donate money for the relief aid and things like that. We may see something like that pretty soon here for the fire victims in Hawaii. You know, and a lot of people, you'll see a lot on the internet about how Oprah Winfrey's house didn't burn and all this and that. I'm not going to get off into all the conspiracy theories, but the things I've read is her house wasn't really near where the fires were. Now, land grab, it could be. The state could come in and buy up the property, right? Condemn it. They don't even have to buy it up. They can just condemn it. Eminent domain. That's a word my grandpa taught me a long time ago. Eminent domain. They can just take your stuff. You know, they're worried that people will come in and buy up the property and things like that. There's stories of already that investment companies are trying to buy it for, you know, cheap, for the cheap low prices, right? Since everything burnt on the property, they're recommending not to sell nothing. It's a mess over there from what I'm reading. But $700, that's what Biden approved. Now I want you to think about that. We're not talking about millions and millions of people affected by this fire, right? $700. That's our government, y'all. You know, people's dead set against the government, right? We don't need the government in our lives. We don't need them this. We don't need them that. And when something drastic happens, they want the government's help. You know, that's it. They're not going to help you the way you need to be helped. You need to understand that they're going to do whatever benefits them, the government, whatever benefits them the best way. That's what's going to happen. $700, you know, with inflation, and imagine living in Hawaii, how much everything is there, because most of the stuff is brought in. I'm pretty sure the majority of the stuff is shipped into it, and how much things would cost over there. $700 probably wouldn't even buy you a week's worth of groceries in Hawaii. Honestly, it probably wouldn't. And we all know how much things cost. If you ever look up to go on vacation over there, if you need to stay in a hotel or something, you know, you're going to have to take out a small loan to go on vacation over there. But $700, you're stuck in a position where you know, you may need the money, but it's not enough money to help you at all. It's not. It makes me so mad how much we're sending over there to Ukraine and other countries. We send money to other countries too, but the government will sit there and fight over helping the American citizens. It's to the point. Do y'all see that this government needs to change? That it needs to be redone. Our government is a joke. Our president is a joke. Now, I'm not saying whoever wins the next election, if Trump wins it, no, it's not going to fix this. If you think a new president is going to fix this, get that out of your head. You see what is going on. It is the fall of America. We can't even help our own people. Our government refuses to help our own people. Ridiculous. Absolute ridiculous. And like I said, if you're affected by these fires over there, I'm sorry that you had to go through it. But $700 is not going to help you very much at all. It's not. And like I said, you're stuck in a position where you're going to have to take the government's help, more than likely, right? And I hope that it's not some big land grab, that the state comes in and buys it all up. Guys, there's no more property being made in America, you know. Yeah, you might be able to go buy an island or something. Y'all remember that? There's a couple years ago, there's people inventing islands and you could buy it. But as far as property in America, most of it's owned, and what's not owned by private citizens is owned by the government. You know, and that's a scary thought. Eminent domain, they can come in and take your stuff, whether you can stand there and fuss and argue, get lawyers involved and everything. They can come in and take it. We've seen it in our own little town here. We had a bridge that a lot of people complained about because the bridge wasn't, you know, wide enough. It was an old bridge, but two vehicles could pass on it. But when you'd pass a log truck or, you know, a tractor trailer or something, yes, you could bust mirrors on it. But people raised Cain over it, and they finally got the new bridge approved, but yet they had to get part of somebody's property to put this bridge in. So you know how that went. Let me know your thoughts on this. What is going on? $700 to help people that lost everything. And some people say, well, a little bit's better than nothing, and it is, but you're not thinking over there in Hawaii how much things cost. $700 is not going to last you a week in Hawaii, and it's per household, not per person, per household. So if you got a husband and wife, and you got 2 kids, 3 kids, it's $700 for everybody. And you know, just read up on how much stuff costs over there, because everything is brought in. Everything's brought in. Guys, we'll see something pretty soon, probably some kind of fundraiser for them over there to help them, and I hope we do, because when it comes down to helping citizens, it's me and you that help each other. It's not the government. It's your neighbor. It's other citizens. That's who helps our citizens. It's not our government. $700, I wish y'all was in a position where y'all could send it straight back to them, because that's an insult. Let me know your thoughts on this. Stay safe. Keep your head on a swivel. Be aware of your surroundings at all times. Protect yourself and your family at all times. At that moment, you're the only person that can do it. Stay safe. Keep prepping.